Something different. See that wall there, that white wall? Just looks like an ordinary wall, that, doesn't it? It's outside of our premises actually, and it faces our premises. And that wall I've been looking at since COVID, but it weren't like that. Let me tell you something about that little white wall. That little white wall brought so much joy, so much hope to members of the community. And I'm not talking about to adults, I'm talking about to kids. Because we went through a pandemic and we went through a lockdown and kids weren't allowed out. But after that, them kids were help from people here at this little community shop there, the Woodthorpe tenants and residents, that got funding for some paint, and kids set about with two lads from community who grew up in community, and I'd watched them grow up as kids, Luke and Nicky and Jane Wilson and other workers there set about getting these local little kids in after lockdown to basically put something on that wall, something bright, something to remind them that it's not a bad world if we look at it through different eyes. That mural that them little babbies, well not babbies but kids round about 9-10-year-old had done. Them kids are now 14, 15 and 16, and I've watched them come past and smile with their mates, and we did that. Can you remember us doing that? Suddenly this weekend somebody, don't know who, I ain't got a clue who, but somebody's sanctioned it and authorised it to be painted white. Not mentioned out to our community, not said nothing. They've just come in, and they're not from community shop. This is somebody outside community. They might portray that they work for community or in community. But whoever's had the audacity, God almighty, what a word. Let me just make sure I've said that right word right. Audacity. I think it's audacity, I'm not sure. Anyway, joking aside, whichever numpty has decided that's going, we'll blast it and paint it white. I'm going to tell you something, on Monday 9th of whatever it is, September I think, innit? Yeah. Oh, it's 10:05. Whoever decided that that's got to go, you ought to hang your heads in shame, because them kids put their heart and soul into doing that, and Luke and Nicky give their own time up to do that. Didn't charge a penny, they just worked with other kids in area, young kids as they were, to do something good. Sadly, a matter of months ago, Luke passed away, leaving Nicky a shadow, basically, of his former self. I see Nicky occasionally, and I don't know, there's light's gone out of his eyes for some reason. It's just, I can't explain it, but they were like glued together. They were brothers, and they were like, they had this click. Luke's mum, who passes our place regularly, that's brought that last comfort, seeing that, you know, her son did that. It was something that she was proud of. And then to walk past one day and see it's been blasted over with paint without any consultation, because we'd have all objected to it. Let me make this point clear. We'd have all objected to it, but they decided not to ask us in our community, do you think we should paint over it? Because if they had done, they know what answer it'd have been. Now leave it alone. We live with it, we see it, we want it. Quite simple. It's in our community. I'm just opening my little bottle of pop. I looked after a guy, a gentleman called Pat. We'd looked after Pat's wife, and then Pat passed away. Pat didn't want no fuss at all, none. I went to see him, I don't want a funeral. Anyway, we looked after him, and I'd known him all my life. He used to go drinking with my dad. Right nice bloke, Pat, genuinely nice bloke. And I know his son, I knocked about with his son. And his daughters, his son's daughters, Pat's granddaughters, are lovely. Absolute diamonds. Anyway, they came in the other day and brought some stuff. So I've pinched a little bottle of pop out of it. I love these bottles of pop. If you're buying out, don't buy these bottles of pop, because I'll drink them. Then I have to buy some. That's it. Trying to suck it, you don't suck it, you squeeze it, and then it comes out. Anyway, enough of that. I'm Mick Foggy, it's Monday 9th, back in Sheffield front farm, out arranging funerals. I'm going up to S5, Parsons Cross, to see a family. So, have a good day, and I'll put some else on later on. I'm just going on Parkway. Take care.